money roll, yeah, I'm looking at the bank statements, I do not want to tell, yeah, nuts with my gang, you be just a stain, cover on my chain.
What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? Hope you guys are having a great day as usual. So for this video, guys, I'm going to be doing a reaction to another Louis C.K. stand-up, and this is a Just for Laughs special, so let's jump into the video. Hopefully it's funny. We'll have a little reaction after. Let's go!
I shouldn't have to do that.
Thank you. Thank you very much, everybody. I mean, everybody who's here. That's not everybody. Most people are not here by a huge majority. Most people are not here. Most people are in China. Actually. That's actually not true. Most people are dead. Did you know that? There are very few living people. You're all gonna die. And then you're gonna be dead for a lot longer than you were alive. Your life is a little larva stage to mostly what you're ever gonna be. You're just dead people that didn't die yet.
That's true.
I don't really know how to start shows. It's always been the hardest part for me is the beginning of a show, because the first thing I say has to be just stupid, because there's no real reason for me to talk to you. I don't know you. You don't even know each other. You're just facing the same direction. That's all you have in common. I'm an American, whatever that means. Really, now we're going through a depression, but I'm only worried because Americans don't know how to deal with problems, because we don't really have them. We have white people problems. That's what we have. You know what that is? White people problems. That's where your life is amazing, so you just make shit up to be upset about. People in other countries have real problems, like, oh shit, they're cutting off all our heads today. Things like that. In America, we make things up to get mad about, like, how come I have to choose a language on the ATM machine? It's bullshit. I shouldn't have to do that. What are you complaining about? It's a machine that you press a button and money comes out of a slot. We complain about the silliest things. I had to sit on the runway for 40 minutes. That's a story in America. Folks will listen to that story. Folks will stop doing the dishes. Oh my God, how long did you have to sit on the runway? They made us sit on the runway for 40 minutes. Really? What happened after that? Did you fly through the air incredibly? Did you soar into the clouds like a bird? Did you partake in the miracle of human flight and bitch about it the whole time you were up there? I'm never flying Delta again. You're flying! Look out the window, it's crazy!
Hey.
You're sitting in a chair in the sky.
Hey, he's right. He's right.
You're like a Greek myth right now. But it doesn't go back very far, and it's squishing my knees. Really? Everybody on every plane, the whole time, they should just be going, oh my God, woo! I was going through security once, airline security, and you know, if you're in a wheelchair, you can't go through the metal detector, so they take you to secondary clearance, which is much tougher. So our oldest and feeblest people get the highest scrutiny. And there was this guy coming through in a wheelchair, and he was insanely old. This dude was the oldest thing I've ever seen. I mean, I didn't know there had been as much time yet as his age. He was at least forever. If I had to guess, he was forever and ever. And just little Nosferatu hands and eggy head, just a tiny, like the atmosphere was crushing him into a diamond, just. And he didn't even look good for infinity or whatever he was. He was all just being pushed over this thing. And they take him and they do the whoop and they're checking him. And And they I swear to God, these two big security guys lifted him out of the chair, and he's standing there like this, and they're, whoop, whoop. And I'm watching this, and I wanted to say, really, is that the guy, you think? Is that the dude we're all looking for? Is that gonna be the story, that he was the dude? Could you maybe let him go? Let him enjoy the last 10 seconds of his life doing something else? What is he gonna, if he pulled it off, he deserves whatever he wanted, really. What is he gonna do? And I know what they'd say. They'd be like, well, where do you draw the line? He's the line. It's him. It's just him. The actual line is right next to him. And we're all on the other side of it.
Guys, I'm crying, man.
Nobody ever wants to do security. We all want to be secure. Nobody wants to do their part. Everybody that goes to security, I want to take off my shoes. Stupid. I am not a terrorist. Oh, that's right. We only make terrorists do that. I'm sorry. That's what we all sound like now. Just fat 8th graders. That's what everybody sounds like. You ever listen to people, really? I was in Starbucks or wherever the other day. It doesn't matter. You can only be in 6 places now. I don't know which one I was in. I was listening to the two guys talking, though, and one of them used a word that really made me angry. He used the word hilarious. And it pissed me off because it was the way he used it, because he didn't care what it really means. None of us think about the words we use anymore. We just go right for the top shelf for the words. Just right for it was amazing. Dude, it was totally amazing. Really? You were amazed by the chicken wings? Really amazed? What are you gonna do with the rest of your life now? You've limited yourself to a shit life verbally. Genius. You're a genius for anything now. Used to be, you had to invent a number to be a genius. Now it's like, hey, I got a cup in case we need another cup. You're a genius. So this guy used hilarious, and I remember the context exactly. The two guys were talking, one guy goes, guess who I saw today? And his friend goes, who? I swear to God he said it like that. It just slid out like, who? Tighten your lips up, man. Make an effort. Who? That's how a person talks. This guy's just secreting words out of the front of his head. So his friend goes, I saw Lisa today. And he goes, that's hilarious. How is that hilarious? That he saw Lisa? Do you know what hilarious means? Hilarious means so funny, you almost went insane. That's how funny hilarious is. So funny, it almost ruined your life. You're homeless now because you can't cope or reason effectively because that shit was so funny it shattered your mind. And now you're laying in the gutter with leaves and shit in your hair. That's how funny, hilarious. I don't know this Lisa bitch, but she ain't that funny. There's no way she's that funny on sight. I hate Lisa. I blame her. I hope she's dead, seriously. I hope she died today. I hope her favorite person pushed her off a cliff, and then she was falling and screaming, and then Superman swooped her up and then dropped her from higher. Thank you very much. Good night.
Alright guys, great stuff there by Louis C.K. Killing it with the dark humor as usual. In terms of the way people use words, I completely agree with him. People misuse words all the time, or they're either hyperbolic with the words that they use, meaning that they over-exaggerate the situation, or they over-exaggerate using crazy words that they really shouldn't. And people do misuse a lot of words in terms of the context of their conversation. I always find myself laughing in my head, but I don't really correct people because I don't want to be that guy. So I'm not like a grammar Nazi or an English Nazi, so I don't want to be that guy, but I always find myself like chuckling in my mind. Like, man, you just misuse that word, or you overuse that word, or you over-exaggerate it, you know what I mean? So I do completely agree with him in terms of that. But in terms of white people problems, I don't think it's white people problems per se. I think it's first world country problems. And I think like if you live in Canada, America, Europe, Australia, like one of those first world nations, we have our own type of problems that we have to deal with. And I think people use those complaints to kind of vent, to let off a bit of steam. And I think that's cool, right? It's better than people doing things that are worse, that will be detrimental to themselves or others. So I always feel like people venting is kind of cool. It allows them to blow off a little bit of steam and just keep going on with their life, you know? So I don't take big issues into that. It's just when people overdo it or get annoying to the point where you just have to kind of stop them and be like, hey, it's okay, you know? It's not that big of a deal. But besides that, I don't think it's a bad thing, you know? So let me know in the comment section. I've been caught to vent sometimes. I've been caught to rant. I've been caught to go off crazy a little bit. But it helps me just get back to who I am, and it keeps me grounded, right? So like I said, you don't want to do anything stupid towards other people or towards yourself. So venting here and there is not too bad, you know? So let me know in the comment section if you've ever gone too wild venting or ranting or just going crazy. Do you hear a lot of people misuse words or over-exaggerate situations that are just pretty much basic? Let me know in the comment section. Hit the like button if you enjoyed the video because it helps the channel and the video grow a lot, guys. But I'm going to wrap the video up, so take care of yourself. Stay safe because it is a crazy world and there are a lot of crazy people. But most of all, guys, peace.